Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. As I told you yesterday as well as the last week, the people were worried about 3 days of holidays, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. That Trump can speak anything, but looks like some kind of sanity is returning to Trump's administration. So for the last 3 days, so they have been quiet. So they did not, announce any 200%, 300% tariff war. So because of that, the Asian markets are mostly higher, and the GIFT Nifty particularly. I think the last time I checked, the GIFT Nifty was higher by almost 140, 150 points. So that is more than 0.5%. So that is really something very good. So GIFT Nifty indicating, Nifty future opening around 22,580, 590. So which means that, Nifty spot will be opening above 22,500. So why this is very important? So because I've been saying that 22,000 to 23,000 is the range for this month, but the midpoint is 22,500. So as long as it is trading above the midpoint, you can say we have a slightly positive bias. But it was like that only for the last few trading sessions, but only on Thursday, maybe because of expiry, maybe because of 3 days weekend, Trump tariff announcements, the fear. So probably the market came down. So otherwise, it was trading about 22,500 for the last few trading sessions. So now that is another thing is that 22,550 is a very, very important level. That's a 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So the markets are consolidating. So consolidation means, from the midpoint, the market should not deviate too much. So the moment it deviates too much, the people will assume that the trend is going to happen in that direction. So of course, yesterday, it was just only 150 points, that is not even 1% away from the midpoint. But still, people were worried. So now that worry will be taken out now. So now once again, Nifty will be moving towards 22,550. So we don't have many trading sessions. So March month is a nice month. So you have only 20 trading session, out of which one public holiday. So total only 19 trading session. So out of 19 trading session, 9 trading sessions are over already. So we just have only about 9 more trading session. So most of the option players, particularly sellers, so they're banking on time decay. Right? So moreover, despite Nifty falling so much on Thursday, but the India VIX did not go up. In fact, it came down. So that was the sign that the fall was just temporary because of Trump tariff fear. Not necessarily there is something structurally wrong. So that will be getting corrected now. But having said all these things, on a monthly basis, we are still not out of the woods yet. So last expiry, the February expiry, Nifty closed around 22,650. And then, the very first trading session, Nifty fell about 400 points. So that 400 point is being recovered, okay. So overall, the entire March series, we can say, for the last 10 trading session, the markets were just consolidating. And likely that, for the next 9 trading session also, the same thing may continue. So markets are likely to consolidate. Any up move, FAs are going to sell. Any down move, the domestic institutions are going to buy. And now at some point of time, the Asian markets are already decoupled from US. And right now also, the US futures are lower, but Asian markets are not following the US futures. In fact, this is the first time, if I'm not wrong, India is also not following the US futures. So usually if US futures are down, SGX GIFT Nifty will be down. As I told you, 22,200 to 22,800 is the range for the next 4 trading sessions. That means until the end of this expiry. And then 22,000 to 23,000 is the range for the entire month. That means it's including the next week. So the longer the time it consolidates, so the following trend will be even good. It'll be significant. But that trend is going to be on the downside or upside, nobody knows. But for the time being, it looks as if it can be on the higher side, not necessarily on the lower side. So there are many reasons for that. So whatever the bad thing can happen, so probably it has already happened. So what can be worse than Trump fear, right? So even in US markets also, Friday, the US VIX crashed by about 10%, right? And that is one thing. Second thing, the people who are trading in December option, they must be happy as we are approaching the end of March. So in April series, so their margins will come down. So remember, in India, if you trade in options, expiring more than 9 months, so there is some extra margin money. Okay, so now once it has come April series, so then the December series will become less than 9 months. So then a lot of margin will be released. So particularly, I trade, a lot in long-term options. So I'll be happy, a lot of margin money will be released. So those margin money can be deployed somewhere else for, taking some opportunity. So IT stocks may recover because the Nasdaq has recovered. Nasdaq has shot up more than 400 points on Friday. And then, the banking stocks, it's likely to be good. And then the more important, how is Reliance is going to perform. So overall, it's going to be a positive sentiment. So like there is no reason for Nifty to break Thursday's low. So if Thursday's low is broken, then we need to worry on the downside. And then I will be happy if Nifty closes above 22,500 today. So many times, we just cannot trust this GIF Nifty. So GIF Nifty gap up, we do not know whether the gap up will sustain or, some FIAs come and book the profits, to bring the markets down. So anyway, we'll see. Usually I always say the Monday sometimes it can be a trending day, but usually the trending day happens if the market open flat with slight positive or negative bias. But today's gap up is, I think, is more than 150 point. So then the probability of trending is very, very low. So either, after this huge gap up, either market may continue to consolidate or market can fall a bit. But after gap up open of 150 point, going up by another 100, 200 point, that possibility is less. But then we cannot say anything. So it all depends upon how much shorts are there in the system. But definitely there are more shorts in the system. So the domestic institutions will try their best to close this month above 22,650 so that, Nifty, it does not fall for 6 continuous months. So anyway, so we will see. There are some stock specific movements may happen. So particularly this IndusInd Bank. So this has fallen so much. Now there's a recovery, but of course it is under trading ban. You can't do anything. So as usual, keep watching HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and Reliance Industries. So these 3 stocks has about a 28% weightage in Nifty. So that can make the market move. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.